Hello and welcome to the Atlanta Motor Speedway here in Hampton, Georgia. It's time for the MG Cup Series Season 1 race here in Atlanta, and we're firing them up. Let's go on ahead and just get started with this. I'm turning the volume up a little bit because I did not hear the game that much. Oh. Whoops, sorry. Anyways, Tony Stewart is on pole with Robbie Gordon to his outside. We have a, how do I say this? We have a new package for the mile and a half and 2 milers. And we are also working on a short track package as well here. So hopefully the racing should be a little more entertaining. I'm not the type of guy that likes to put entertainment over racing. But NR 2003 racing isn't exactly racing. It's not really entertaining at all. It's kind of just a snooze fest. So I made some changes and tried to make it a little more interesting here. So, hopefully this is more fun to watch. But the pace car is off. And the green flag is out. We are racing here in Atlanta. Getting up the speed here. Already going 180 miles an hour into turn 1. And with this package, you do not have to lift. It is flat out around the entire track. We may need to slow the cars down because we're going 211 down the backstretch. Tony Stewart pulls out ahead. They're 3 and 4 wide already behind them. Chris Mack in the mix as well. Oh, a big bump to the back of Ward Burton. Still 4 wide with Kevin Harvick and Robbie Gordon. He fell way back already. 4 wide still. They're bouncing off each other. How are they keeping it straight? 3 wide, now back to 4. Mack into the outside wall. We got a big crash in the back. Jason Hidleski up in the air. Ryan Newman airborne as well. And Hidleski got up into the fence. Keeps it rolling. And the caution's going to come out here on lap 2. We're going to go back and take a look at what happened. And a wild start to an already crazy race. Let's see. They tried going 5 wide. That's not going to work. That 90 gets squeezed up into the outside wall and goes up into the catch fence a little bit there. Ryan Newman got hit big time, way up into the air, keeps his car going, but the caution is already going to come out. I promise you guys this isn't going to, well, this package isn't like a Wreckfest package. It just happens, wrecks just happen to happen a little bit more frequently as we see the 90 get squeezed up into the wall. But no, this shouldn't be a Wreckfest type package at all, so don't you guys worry about that. I will make the appropriate changes if they are necessary, but please let me know down in the comments if you like this setup that I have already. But yeah, pretty decent sized wreck. Couple of cars got some damage in that. Mainly, the biggest one is the 90 of Jason Hidleski on the top of 5 wide. They squeeze together here. And there's nothing he can do. Nowhere he can go. Boris Said and Ryan Newman slide up and send them up into the catch fence with the bottom of the car. I saw the 9 of Bill Elliott, I think. It might have been someone else. Got a little bit of damage there. And then bang! Kenny Wallace, nowhere to go. But into the back of Ryan Newman there. Kenny Wallace in the 23 heads down the track into the inside wall. Pretty good hit there as well. I think Kerry Earnhardt made it through without hitting anything. So did Steve Park and Kyle Petty. The damage on Bill Elliott's car isn't too severe if there's any at all there. So I think he should be able to continue in the race. I did see the hood a little bit bent up, but I don't think it's going to slow him down that much, if any. Oh, and we're wrecking under caution. Oh my goodness. We are wrecking under caution, ladies and gentlemen. Look out, hit the brakes. Oh, now that might hurt Bill Elliott's car right there. They're still running into each other. They are not expecting that off of turn 2. They're just trying to get slowed down here. And man, what happened here? Under caution. Another crash just occurred. I think they were all trying to slow down. But the way they were bunched up like that caused them to wreck. Let's take a look here. I saw Kevin Harvick sideways there. There he is on the top of 3 wide. Yeah, 3 wide. And they're trying to slow down for the caution here. Oh, the 0, Jack Sprague. Oh, man, it got into Elliott Statler, and there was nowhere for a lot of these guys to go. Bobby Labonte and Timmy Spencer getting some damage. There's Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle, Bill Elliott, nowhere to go. Steve Park, Kerry Earnhardt, all these guys getting damaged under caution. Jack Sprague probably getting the most of it. No, Elliott Sadler gets the most of it. But look at Johnny Benson all torn up. Under yellow here. So we're gonna go to break and we'll come right back for the drop of the green flag. We are back here in the MG Cup Series coverage on Fox here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Mark Martin leads with his teammate Kurt Busch behind him. The entire field is going to pit each lap because the temperature is so low that the tire temperatures the tires pretty much freeze. But it shouldn't be like that. Remember, this is a test. I did no real test before I did this race, but I am testing the package now. So for future races at different tracks, different mile and a half, hopefully things should be fixed. But I hope this should be entertaining to you guys. But we are coming back to the green this time by Mark Martin in the lead, Kurt Busch in second. The pace car is in. And we are rolling once again. Green flag is back out. Kurt Busch did not get a good restart. Dale Jarrett and Ricky Craven got good jumps there. Now they're side by side. Craven to the high side. Gonna try and make that outside work. He has no help. Rusty Wallace going up to help him. They're 3 wide already behind them. Heading down the backstretch. We're gonna get a pretty good flyby here. Man, these cars are a lot louder and higher pitched than they normally are. But it looks like we are going to make a lap here on the restart. We have made a lap, and now we're going 4 wide for second here. Or third, I should say. Maybe even the lead. Jimmy Johnson and Warburton making contact. They're still bouncing off of each other. Beating and banging off of turn 2. 3 wide down the backstretch. Heading down into turn 3 now. Oh my goodness, look at Rusty Wallace looking to the inside. He's going to try to take the lead. 4 wide once again. And there goes Hermie Sadler around. In front of the field, big hit for Jeff Gordon, and the caution's going to come back out. Big wreck here on the front stretch. Big wreck. Big wreck. Chris Mack squeaking by on the bottom there. Oh, man, and that's a lot of cars getting torn up here. Kerry Earnhardt was involved in it again. This has not been his race. And we're only not... Wait, no, he made it through. I'm sorry. But he is very slow, well off the pace. He's just trying to collect positions at this point. But... let's see what happened here to cause this crash that brought out the caution. Hermie Sadler, 4 wide there, tried to come down. Scott Wimmer was underneath him. He tried to slide up, and there was no room there. And around went that 0-2 through the grass, back across the track. Nowhere for Jeff Gordon to go. Nowhere for John Andretti. There's Joe Nemechek getting the big piece of it. Dale Jr. got damaged. Jerry Nadeau gets packed from behind by Jeff Burton. And they wrecked big time. I mean, it looked like everybody was getting caught up in it. Matt Kenseth, I think he already had that rear end damage. Not as big of a wreck as I thought it was, but a lot of cars got damage out of this as well. So, we're going to take a look at the race back to the line now, because the racing back is, I think... Wait, no, that was the race back, I'm sorry. So, yeah, they are slowing down for the caution. The pace car is going to drive through everybody. And we're going to go to break once again here. Be right back for the drop of the green flag. Alright, lights are out on a pace car. We are back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, getting ready to send them off once again. And looking at the TV, looks like the trucks are ready to race on the Bristol dirt track in real life here. I'm very excited for that as well. So this might end up turning into a reaction video in a way. Anyways, heading down the backstretch, pace speed is 80 miles per hour. Wanted to speed it up, so these pace laps still are taking a while though. But I wanted to speed it up so it wouldn't take too long here. Heading into turn 3, Rusty Wallace is out in front on the restart, and look at this back here. Chris Mack had to go all the way to the back because he had issues on pit road there. That is the rookie, but he's actually lasted much longer in this race than he has in other races, so that's a good thing. Trying to get a good finish here at his home track, but we're going green once again. Rusty Wallace trying to hold off Mark Martin. Mark Martin led a majority of the laps here, but he's heading back, trying to take that lead back away from Rusty Wallace here to his left rear quarter panel. Looked like he was about to turn him there down the backstretch. And we're already up to speed. Mark Martin now peeking at the inside once again. And this time he's there. They're fanning out 3 wide. They do get a pretty good run off the high side here because of this gripped up package. So that should be pretty interesting to watch. But now it's a little more spread out. Chances for crashes to happen have dropped tremendously here as we come off of turn 2. Down the backstretch, the lead pack is all right there under a blanket. I mean, that's the top 10, top 15, maybe right there. 4 wide off of turn 4. Heading down the front stretch, Kurt Busch in the 97 is going to lead this lap. Dale Jarrett in the 88 behind him. Now look at Tony Stewart peeking at the inside. He's going to try to take that spot from him with a push from Jeremy Mayfield in the 19. Meanwhile, in the real-life truck race, the green flag is out. And they are racing on the Bristol dirt track for the very first heat race. So that's fun to see as well there. Oh man, that is beautiful seeing them get that sideways and seeing different trucks that you don't usually see contend for the lead or in the full packs. They're racing for the lead in that race. But meanwhile, in this race, 3 wide, looking at 4 wide in turns 3 and 4 once again. Now looking at 5 wide, maybe that's not going to work. Tony Stewart and Jeremy Mayfield up into the outside wall. And Bubba Wallace has wrecked in the real race. That's a bummer. You hate to see it. But Mayfield and Stewart up in the outside wall. Oh my gosh, all the dirt and the mud. My goodness. Up into the oh, Jason Hetleski. A slower car going to hold up a majority of the lead pack here. And that's one thing we do not like about NR 2003 is the lap cars. They don't know how to get out of the way. They're only programmed to run their lines. They're not programmed to get out of the way. They don't know how to get out of the way. So, Chris Mack, because of that holdup, gets back up into the field here. Oh, contact! Jimmy Spencer almost up into the outside wall. They're just barely squeaking by these lap cars here. And excuse me, red flag in the truck race for some reason. Is it raining? I'm confused. What's going on? Oh well, it is what it is. Meanwhile, out in front, Jimmy Johnson leading the race. I believe he's led the last couple of laps here. One car is slow. That's Bill Elliott. He's on the apron trying to get down to pit road. So he's not going to be a problem. Jimmy Johnson on the high side. He's got a run. A good run there off the top. But not a good enough run. Doesn't have the help. 4 wide. Once again, heading into turn 1. Still 4 wide through 1 and 2. And they're fanning them out back here. Chris Mack in the 86, the hometown hero. The rookie in his first race here at his home track. Trying to get up into the top. He is up into the top 10. He's trying to get up into the top 5 and maybe race for the lead here in Atlanta. And another lap car holding up the field here, I believe. Who even is that? Or maybe that's not a lap car. Maybe I'm just tripping. Look at Mack up on the high side. He's way up top. All the way on the high side. Tries to cut back down. Has nowhere to go. Big bump to Mark Martin. That's going to help him move ahead. Oh, and a big wreck with Ricky Rudd going into the outside wall and a huge hit. Massive hit. Nowhere for Mike Skinner and the 4 to go and collects a couple more. Caution is going to come out immediately for that. Terrible wreck here. And racing back to the line, Terry Labonte's going to have the lead. But a really bad crash here in turns 1 and 2. And we're going to go back and take another look at that incident. We had a really good run there, and it ended horribly. Johnny Benson, Jeff Green, and Mike Skinner caught up in it. We're going to go on board with Skinner here. Nothing he could do there. Nowhere to go. But nothing he could do but just plow into that 21 car. I mean, he was stuck on the high side. He tried slowing down. Watch the speed here. He's slowing down, but just not fast enough. And, oh, man. Really big hit there. But luckily, he got him towards the front of the car, not the driver's side door. So he really just swiped the nose off of that thing. But still, a really hard impact either way. It was really just something you do not want to see. Poor Johnny Benson had nothing to do with that. Got caught up in it. And that's the risky thing about having separate packs like this. Everyone's in their own races. And they don't know what's going on up in front of them until it's too late. Of course, a spotter can let them know what's happening. But still, they're going so fast. Even that is not enough time. That doesn't really help much. So the caution is back out. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back for the drop of the green. So the lights are out on the pace car here. We're ready to get going again here in Atlanta, and what's already been a crazy race here. Only 26 cars on the lead lap, but Johnny Benson has a lot of damage on that car. He's not going to be up to speed. A lot of these guys that are out of the top 20 have damage. And Ricky Craven a lap down. Everyone else 2 or more laps down here. And a lot of cars out of the race. But coming into the tri-oval, and the green flag is back out. We're racing again in Atlanta. Jimmy Johnson had the lead due to passing Terry Labonte on pit road. And we're racing once again here in Atlanta. Oh, trouble towards the back already. Big contact. Chris Mack up into the air, and he's upside down. Gets clipped by Ricky Craven, and he's on his roof in turns 3 and 4. And that is not how the rookie wanted to go out here in Atlanta. His first start at his home track, and he has experienced a horrifying crash, and the caution comes right back out. Let's take a look at what happened here. Got a little loose underneath Bobby Labonte, slid up, down into the inside wall, and the impact knocks him up into the air. The air just got under the car. That looked very IndyCar-like. And look at this. Look at this. Bounces off the side of Jeremy Mayfield's car and gets brushed. And I mean brushed. He is so lucky that he didn't get hit. He would have got Newman there, but luckily he didn't. And just got the back end of his car just chopped off there. But Ricky Craven not having good luck here today. And that just took his whole left front fender off. So, very tough break for him there. Bill Elliott flying out of pit road. And Jimmy Johnson, who led the race back. That is not what we wanted to see. We're going to go to a commercial break because everyone is okay. Chris Mack did get out of his car, so that's a good thing. But we're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be right back for the drop of the green. Alright, we are back here in Atlanta. 31 laps in. 98 laps in the race, so we still got quite a while to go here. And already half of the field is just dead. Lots of DNFs up until the point of the 86 of Chris Mack, I believe, and everyone else is a few laps down. Everyone else ahead of him, or John Andretti and the people in the back, they're a few laps down, just trying to collect points here because they know this is a crazy, just absolute, just absolutely destructive race. But the green flag is back out, and a lot of cars down on the bottom now. I think they're just going to try to ride it out here and just click off some laps in the meantime. I don't think they want to take any chances now. They're being a little more careful, but they are 4 wide back here. It's Joe Nemechek and Kerry Earnhardt, who both have no hoods on their cars. They're falling back, dropping towards the back of the pack. Kurt Busch in the back of the field as well, trying to work his way back up. Jason Hedleski was, after that wild ride up into the fence. Well, not all the way up into the fence, but he got up into it a little bit with the back end. He's still in this race, still kicking here. But Kurt Busch trying to work his way back up through the field. Michael Waltrip is up here as well. Or back there as well, I should say. Steve Park is up in the mix. Ken Schrader as well. So a very interesting name could end up winning this race. But we do have a lot of big names up here as well. Rusty Wallace leading this thing. Ward Burton right behind him. They're 3 wide for third. As Ken Schrader's on the inside, he has no help. Jimmy Johnson pushing Dave Blaney. Now he goes down with Schrader. Blaney goes up in front of Terry Labonte. Oh boy, 3 wide once again. Terry gonna go to the inside of Dave Blaney. Here comes Mark Martin into the picture. Steve Park right behind them. Meanwhile, out in front, Rusty Wallace still in the lead, but here comes Ward Burton. He's going to have to hold him off here. On that high side, gets a good run. Ward Burton is still side by side with him, though. He's going to try to clear him. Ward Burton's got the preferred line here in turns 3 and 4. He has nobody has any help, but that high side does get pretty good runs off the corners. As you see right there, 3 wide down the front stretch. Heading into turn 1 once again here. Jimmy Johnson on the inside going to try to steal the lead away. Oh my goodness, what a crazy race. And we're only 37 laps in. 3 wide still as Dave Blaney tried to take the lead, but here comes Rusty Wallace back on the inside. And he's going to take the lead right back. John Andretti, nowhere for him to go. They're all fanned out behind him. And he's going to hold up a good chunk of the field here. Dave Blaney going to fall way back. Meanwhile, out in front, Jeremy Mayfield, who just breathed on that 86 while he was upside down. Doesn't seem to damage his car too badly because he's up here racing for the lead right now. Wait, no, Jeremy Mayfield is a lap down. Excuse me, I am so sorry. But he is up to speed. Very crazy racing indeed here. But we are slowing it down, getting a little single file now. Probably not for long, because here comes Dale Jarrett to the inside of Jimmy Johnson. Terry Labonte trying to work his way past the lap car, Jeremy Mayfield in the 19. Ken Schrader going to follow him. So is Steve Park. Schrader just hopped in line behind Mayfield there. Maybe going to try to use the draft. He's going to go to the inside now. Rusty Wallace has the lead still. Jimmy Johnson trying to hold off Dale Jarrett who's on the high side. Here comes Johnson's teammate Terry Labonte in 5. Texas Terry looking for second and maybe even the lead. He's getting a good help from Ken Schrader in a 49. And we are unfortunately going to have to go to commercial break, so we'll be right back in a couple of laps here. And yeah, you are watching live coverage of the MG Cup Series 2003 season. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series on the Money Games YouTube channel. We are under caution after a serious accident involving Steve Park and Michael Waltrip. Steve Park and Michael Waltrip are both out of the race. And an absolutely horrible wreck that happened in turns 3 and 4. We're gonna show you what happened, but it's not pretty at all. 3 wide, looking at 4, maybe even 5 wide in the corner, and a little bit of contact with Dale Jarrett, and into the wall went everybody. Steve Park slides down the track, bang, nowhere for Robbie Gordon to go, nowhere for Michael Waltrip to go. Just a terrible crash there. Tremendous impact to that one car. It didn't even look like Waltrip slowed down any. He started slowing down right there, but still 160 69 miles per hour right into the door. And that, even though it's the funny number, that was not funny at all. So, Steve Park is receiving medical attention here, as that was just a huge impact. But Michael Waltrip was okay. He climbed out of his car under his own power, slowly and shaken up, but either way, it was still under his own power. We're gonna go on board. Nothing he could do there. He was just trying to get by, and he realized that his teammate was coming down the track, and there was nowhere for him to go. He tried to slow down, but it was just too late at that point. But luckily, he hit him in the right and not the driver's side. Oh my goodness, that is a horrible, horrible wreck right there. So we do have an onboard with Steve Park as well here. One big hit there, and then another 2 more for good measures there. Takes him right out of the race. Just an absolutely horrible wreck. They were down on the apron, and they couldn't stay down there. And oh man, Jimmy Spencer involved in it as well with Jerry Nadeau. Nadeau also climbed out okay. Tony Stewart was the other car. I said Robbie Gordon. That was Tony Stewart, who was the other car involved. The first car to hit Park. He was alright. But a lot of these guys are hurt, but not injured. Steve Park is the only one receiving medical attention. Jimmy Spencer kept it rolling, but I think he's going to retire from the race here. So yeah, really bad crash here. And that is the reason we are under caution. We will come back to you for the continuation of the race after this quick break. Okay, then that was strange, but I guess we're green again. So the green flag is back out. We're racing in a huge pack, as most of the field is being held up by slower cars. Kerry Earnhardt tried to get low on the backstretch, but they couldn't get down there in time. They are going to work their way around Joe Nemechek, though. And now going down to the bottom side to get past Earnhardt and the 83. Matt Kenseth's going to go to the high side to get past Kerry Earnhardt. Kerry's not too far off pace, though. So that's the good thing, but he's still holding a lot of people up. And they're not going to appreciate that. 3 wide in turns 1 and 2. Once again, have these drivers not learned anything? I guess not. But we are going to bring our leaderboard back up here. Lap 52 out of 98. And more just absolutely insane racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We definitely got to slow these cars down a little bit. 213, that is just way too much for this track. 3 wide once again. Kurt Busch on the high side. He's got the draft. Look at that, 215 miles an hour down the backstretch. We definitely got to slow these things down. And he's right up there against the wall. Has no help, though. This is like the 2020 NASCAR package, but much, much crazier. And much faster as well. Meanwhile, out in front, Rusty Wallace now pulls to the inside of Mark Martin. Mark drives it in deep with a good run entering the corner, but does not get that same run on exit, because Rusty Wallace got a push from a fellow Dodge driver. That is the 49 of Ken Schrader. And look out. Oh my goodness, that was close. Dale Jarrett almost wrecked the leaders there. and he's holding up Kenny Schrader. Schrader gets down to the inside as well as Ward Burton, but he's going to lose a ton of ground and positions here. But they might all bunch back up a little bit later. Dave Blaney still being held up. And there's nowhere for him to go because Harvick's going by. Now he's going to go high. Finally get past that 88. Tough break for him, but meanwhile out in front, it's just 2 cars now. Side by side once again here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Battling it out, trying to get that lead. Mark Martin on the high side. He's going to get a good run off turn 4 here. As they come down the front stretch. Coming around to about 40 to go. John Andretti on the bottom. They both go high to avoid him. Oh, man, that got close. That was tight. And one car just bounced off of Andretti. And now Andretti's going to go around. John Andretti into the outside wall hard. Look out, look out, look out. Oh, and barely gets... Oh, big hit for Matt Kenseth. Head on to the outside wall hard. Robbie Gordon involved in it as well. Kerry Earnhardt gets a piece. I thought he just avoided getting hit by someone else. And another bad accident occurs here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This package is great for good racing, but man, these drivers cannot escape the bad wrecks. Luckily, Kenseth only went in at about 130 and not 215. But wow, Johnny Benson nowhere to go either. Robbie Gordon nowhere to go. Look at Papa Lupani just squeaked through them in the middle. Kenseth then bounces back off the wall. He just grazed that 43 as well. It's not like he hit him hard. But that was enough to send him up into the wall. And then bang! Nowhere for Dale Jarrett to go. That's going to take that 88 out of the race. He was just trying to complete some laps here and get some more positions. But that chance is out of the window. John Andretti's still rolling. But they got tired of that lap car being in the way. And John Andretti basically just got sent by the lead lap cars. And the caution is out once again. We're going to go... Oh, past me is fast forwarding to the race, but we're going to go back one more time here and go on board with a few of the drivers. The first one being the 27 of Scott Wimmer. Did not lift at all, just dumped them. I mean, you can't blame him for doing that because he was getting held up there. Can't blame him for being upset, but man. Wow, just a really bad accident here. Matt Kenseth, we're going to go on board with him really quickly here. He's going down to the apron. Now he's trying to get back up, and at that point it was too late. Thought he could squeak by on the bottom, and the 43 slid down. Oh, and a big hit. Kenseth took a lot of really good hits there. I'm glad he's alright. Poor Johnny Benson had nowhere to go as well. He was right behind Kenseth when Kenseth hit that 43. We're going to go on board with Dale Jarrett here. His spotters telling him there's a wreck. He's getting bigger at this point. He's trying to get low, trying to slow down, and nowhere to go. Kenseth's rear end was already destroyed. Now it's even more torn up. Alright, now we can get back to it here. Green flag is back out, and we're racing once again. Scott Wimmer in the 27, racing for Bill Davis. His teammate in the 22, looking for the lead as well. He's going to pass him here. Look at who's up in second. That's the 45, Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty trying to get a win here, but he's going to fall back. Racing in honor of his son, Adam Petty, who was tragically killed back in 2000 in a crash at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway during testing. That's why he's driving that 45 now. He switched to the 40 from the 44 to the 45 in honor of his son. And he's trying to win. Put the 45 back in victory lane here. But just did not have any help there. He's got some now. He's back up to speed here. Here comes Rusty Wallace on the inside, side by side, looking for the lead. And now heading down the backstretch. Once again, Rusty Wallace to the inside. Was robbed of the win at Rockingham due to a late caution. He's now going to try to get some redemption here this weekend, here in Atlanta. Oh, look at that. It's getting tight back there. 3 wide, almost 3 wide. Is Mark Martin not lifting at all. He's going to force it 3 wide. He's got a push from Ken Schrader. Ward Burton has no help on the high side. Neither does Mark Martin. Here comes Kenny Schrader on the inside. Martin's going to push his teammate down the front stretch. Schrader's going to fall back. Heading into turns 1 and 2 once again. And now down the back straightaway. Look at Mark Martin heading down to the inside of his teammate now. Looking for second. And he's going to clear him. They just kind of switched spots there. They literally just switched positions. That's pretty cool. So Mark Martin clears the 97. Kurt Busch now looking for the lead. Going to try and take it from the 2 of Rusty Wallace here. But not if Kurt Busch has anything to say about it. He's going 3 wide with his teammate. Back to the inside. He says, hey, you just did the same thing to me. He's going to try to take that spot at the line. Mark Martin's going to lead that lap. But it was by literally nothing there. Just a couple of thousandths of a second. This thing doesn't even do thousandths. It does hundredths. So, wow. That's just how close it was, especially for this time period. And now there's a lot more cars on the high side here. About a 4-car train on the outside line. So that outside is going to prevail. But not if Dale Jr. does anything to change that, as he goes down to the middle, looking to hop down to the bottom and try to take a few more positions here. Pushing the Ward Burton down the backstretch. Now looking at 3 wide once again. Oh, man. How about that? Rusty Wallace pushing the 6 of Mark Martin past his teammate, Kurt Busch. And here comes Ward Burton on the inside. 3 wide once again for the lead. Ward's going to have to slide in line here. He fell back, did not have a good run off of turn 2. 3 wide for, I don't even know what that is, 5th? 4th? Ken Schrader takes that. Dave Blaney back there in 5th. Going to try to get down to the bottom. He's going to push Schrader past Ward Burton, but Schrader slides up. Now here comes Blaney to the inside. Dave Blaney looking at the lead. Ward Burton trying to hold on to the lead. Ken Schrader trying to take it as well. Here comes Kyle Petty on the inside. What a move from Kyle. 4 wide, coming to the line. Dave Blaney led that lap. Lap 72 now. Oh, and they're 4 wide. That has not ended well all day, but it somehow ended well right there. They're still 4 wide. They haven't wrecked yet, somehow. They're thinking about 4 wide for an entire lap. They're 4 wide again back here towards the back of that pack. Scott Wimmer way back behind them. Still in draft range, but he's not really trying to catch them. I mean, he knows that something's going to happen sooner or later. If they keep driving crazy like this. 4 wide once again. Back down to 3 now. And all this racing has allowed Rusty Wallace and Kurt Busch to just pull away. But now they're coming up on Boris Said in the 67 with no rear end on that car. No back bumper, I should say. The lap car is going to hold up the field. But Dave Blaney gets by his teammate Boris Said first. So Said's going to hold up Mark Martin here, it looks like. Mark's going to pull low at some point. There he goes, finally. That does not take him out of contention because Boris Said, while he was slow, wasn't too far off the pace. So Mark Martin still is in draft range and still has a pretty good shot at winning. 3 wide for 3rd. Ward Burton back on the inside. Oh man, this is like Daytona or Talladega, but on the intermediate track. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to say. We are unfortunately going to have to go to break. But we'll be right back for the finish of this race. So sit tight. We are back, and green flag pit stops did occur here in Atlanta. But a few drivers just took a splash and go, and they are not sure if they can make it to the end of the race. They're hoping and praying that they can, but some aren't. Mark Martin, though, he's sure that he's got enough in the tank to make it back around, as he races for, I believe, third right now. But Ward Burton and Dale Jr., first and second, they had really quick pit stops, but they didn't take quite as much fuel as everyone else did. Hoping to just make it to the end here. Ward Burton and Dale Jr. way out in front. Jr. trying to stay in that draft and catch the 22, as we are coming up on just 10 laps to go. In a few laps. Meanwhile, further back, Mark Martin has taken that third place spot, and look at that, he's catching Dale Jr. big time here. Dale Earnhardt Jr., well, doesn't look like his pit strategy paid off really, because the field just ran them down and just absolutely gobbled them up. 3 wide behind, but Kurt Busch gonna try to catch the pack, as well as Scott Wimmer. The entire top 9 is right there, and then there's Brett Bodine in the 11. That's 10th place right there. He's way back. He's not taking any chances. He just wants to finish this race. Scott Wimmer, 2 seconds back, pretty much out of contention of this race. I'm just now looking at the leaderboard here, but they did catch Ward Burton and Dale Jr., so whatever strategy they tried, it did not work because of the new package. And lap traffic. Terry Labonte. It's not too far off the pace, but he's still holding up a few cars here. Ken Schrader heads down to the inside. Another lap car. That's Bobby Labonte. The Labonte brothers gonna leave their mark on this race here. Labonte brothers holding up the field together, Bobby and Terry, and they finally get by them. I think they're racing each other. Let's check on the leaderboard. Yeah, they're both racing for position. So the Labonte brothers racing for 12th place, and they did not want to get out of the way of the leaders there either. Meanwhile, 2 Roush Racing cars, the last 2 remaining Roush Racing cars in this race. And let me check there's Jeff Burton. He's still in the race, but he's really got no chance at winning. So yeah, just Mark Martin and Kurt Busch. They're the only 2 left with a real shot at winning. They're racing each other for the lead. And Mark Martin gets past Kurt Busch. And now here comes Ken Schrader. Kenny Schrader on the inside trying to lead a lap. And he's going to do so here in Atlanta. Rusty Wallace pushes him past. Now Rusty down to the inside, all the way down to the white line. Slides up a little bit. But he's going to take the lead from Schrader. How about Kyle Petty in the 45? Another Dodge up into the mix. And he's going down to the inside trying to take the lead away. How about that Ford Taurus number 77 of Dave Blaney? He's up into the picture as well. Gets a push from Mark Martin. The 4 is working together. The Dodge is working together. Not really, because they are racing each other as well. 4 wide, once again for the lead. Bouncing off of each other. Rusty Wallace almost up into the outside wall. That could have ended badly. Still 4 wide, contact being made. How did Kyle Petty keep that off the wall? I have no idea. Oh my goodness, less than 10 laps to go here at Atlanta, and they are all over the place. This is the craziest race I've ever seen at Atlanta. You're probably going to shorten the race distances next season by like just 5% maybe. But look at this. Oh my goodness. I have never seen any crazier racing. 5 wide off of turn 4. Into the wall goes Kurt Busch. Keeps it straight somehow. No caution's going to come out, but Kurt Busch and Ken Schrader went into the wall. And Kurt Busch, you can believe he is not happy over the radio. Yeah, we're not even going to attempt to play the radio here because it is not safe at all. And Kurt Busch loses all kinds of speed. So now, Mark Martin, the only Roush Racing car left in the hunt for the win here. And look at him right through the middle of 3 wide, trying to make it work. On the high side now, he's going to get that run off the outside. And he's got the draft of Rusty Wallace to use. Kyle Petty to his inside. Gonna dive it down way low. And I think Petty has an issue. He does. Kyle Petty has some sort of issue. Wait. Oh, he has to pit. Everyone's pitting with just 5 laps to go. Down to 4 to go now. Mark Martin and Kyle Petty heading down in the pit road. So I guess they could not make it to the end. Dale Jr. looks to be heading down pit road as well as Ward Burton. Jason Netleski, a couple of lap cars heading down pit road as well. So that's going to hand the lead to who? Looks like the 2 of Rusty Wallace. Yes, Rusty Wallace takes the lead. And he's going to lap Mark Martin, who's just now coming out of pit road. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe what is happening here. But now look at Rusty. Got slowed a little bit by Jimmy Johnson as they're trying to enter pit road. And Mark Martin goes back by. He's going to take his lap back. So is Kyle Petty. Kurt Busch coming down the pit as well. Look at Mark Martin go. He's trying to go get his lap back. Kurt Busch still on pit road. Or excuse me. Rusty Wallace still on pit road. Kurt Busch just passed Rusty for the lead on the pits. Rusty Wallace coming out of his stall. Trying to get off of pit road. He's stuck behind Dave Blaney. Here comes Mark Martin. With just 2 laps to go here at Mark Martin. Or, what? 2 laps to go here at Atlanta. Mark Martin has taken the lead. And he's not looking back. Can they possibly catch him? Ward Burton and Dale Jr. trying to run him down. But I don't think it's possible. Unless they have to hope for some of these lap cars to slow down Mark Martin here. But Mark is not slowing down at all here. Down to the inside, way down to the bottom. Ward Burton is back there, but he just cannot catch him. He's within a second and closing in quickly, but it does not matter. Off of turn 4, Mark Martin survives to win here at Atlanta. Oh my goodness, what a what a race. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe what we just saw. Oh my goodness, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Mark Martin hangs on to it and wins at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and possibly the most crazy Atlanta race I've ever seen. So that's going to do it here on the channel. If you guys enjoyed that package, please let me know in the comments. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I am going to be working on making more packages like this for different tracks. And it'll be a little bit of a mix. Some tracks you have to actually brake or lift off the gas, and some tracks you go flat out. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope to see you guys next time. Until then, peace. And we are going to take a quick look at the points really quickly, but yeah. Up next is, oh boy, Sonoma's up next. Why is it showing me late model points? Hold on. Okay, Darlington's up next. I don't know why it was showing me random races. So Darlington is next, and Kurt Busch leads the points after 4 races here. Rusty Wallace second in points, and where is Mark Martin? All the way down to 19th. It's not been very consistent this season, but there's still a long way to go. So, yeah, as I said already, hope to see you guys next time. Till then, peace.